took on 2 tires, and Terry did take on 4. Dave Marcus coming into the pits right now in car number 71.
Oh, we have a crash. That's Lake Speed, who got off the course and hit the wall and got airborne, as a matter of fact, but everything settled down, and now the car is half on the racetrack and half off as the others go by. But Lake really hit the wall rather hard on the right side of that car.
Yes, he did. Lake was running a couple of laps down as a result of some earlier problems. We have not seen a caution come out because he still is coming around the racetrack, so apparently there was no major damage done as far as the racing service is concerned. And so here's that battle for third with Kyle Petty and Terry Labonte as they come off the turn 9. Now they're running ahead of Ricky Rudd. Rudd was ahead of both of those drivers before they came into the pits, but now he's having to play catch-up.
Let's take a look at what happened as Lake Speed and Richard Petty were running out there together, and Richard with a little bit of a nudge sending Lake Speed sideways.
Yep, just a little bit of a nudge. Boy, he did hit that wall pretty good. Climbed up on the wall for a little bit and then bounced back down into the dirt.
But Lake Speed keeps going, and we have no caution on the racetrack, so the competition still is at full speed. There's Terry Labonte in car number 11, and once again he is in fifth place. We still have not seen Neil Bonnet come onto pit road, and I'm quite surprised at that. But Neil apparently knows how much fuel he has in that car and is staying out as long as he can. There he is, just passing the start-finish line, so no pit stop on this lap either. Let's go to Jerry Punch in the Bonnet pit. Perhaps he can explain what's going on.
Interesting bit of pit strategy possibly taking place here between Butch Mock and Bob Rahilly. They watched the Rusty Wallace and Ricky Rudd cars come in both and take on 4 tires. Now they are showing nowhere at all in their Goodyear tires. Goodyear's really done their homework here, and so just possibly Butch Mock won't exactly tell us. Just possibly they will come in about 4 or 5 laps, add fuel only, and they're going to try to sneak one and win it here at Riverside. Neil Bonnet's never won on the road course. This will be his first victory, and they're hoping the tires will hold up and just put gas in the car and go and try to stay out front.
But Jerry, he cannot come into the pits and just take gas on and stay ahead of Rusty Wallace, because Rusty's only about 4 or 5 seconds behind him on the racetrack, so he's going to lose the lead when he comes into the pits.
I guess the theory is just to build up as much of a lead as possible, but he's really isn't doing that. You can see Rusty Wallace. He's right at the top of your screen there as the cars came down the backstretch. So Rusty is definitely moving in on him, and I'm not so sure about what that is. Not such good thinking on the part of the Raymock team.
Well, I don't think it'll help him to win the race. However, if a caution should come out now, he can make his pit stop under caution, but Rusty Wallace has already made his pit stop under green and is about to catch up to Neil Bonnet.
Neil Bonnet has won a couple of races here at Riverside in 1980, or rather his second place in 1980 and 84.
All right, a battle for third place as Terry Labonte moves on the inside of Dale Earnhardt going into turn 9. There's Kyle Petty running behind them. Earnhardt goes a little high as they come off of that turn. Terry Labonte moves right on around, and here comes Kyle Petty trying to move around Earnhardt as well. It's going to be questionable whether Dale Earnhardt can go the rest of the distance. Remember, he's off sequence as far as pit stops are concerned as Petty moves around him. He made an unscheduled pit stop, and he had about 32, 33 laps to go when he made that pit stop, so it'll run him very close whether he can go the rest of the way on fuel.
His stop was much earlier than everybody else, so there is somewhat of a question as to whether he'll have enough to go the distance. John Krebs, number 66 Skoll sponsored car, is ahead of Terry Labonte and Kyle Petty and Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt had stopped on lap 60, and this is a 95 lap race, so actually it's 35 laps. I don't think that Dale Earnhardt can make it the rest of the way. I think he will have to stop at least for fuel.
So there is Terry Labonte in third position. And we understand that Bonnet is coming in. Here he is. Neil Bonnet makes the stop. Jerry Punch is there.
Well, Bonnet brings the Valvoline Pontiac in very quickly and jams on the brakes, and we called it. They are not going to put tires on the car. They're going to have fuel only. Butch Mock has the one gas can there, and the rest of the Valvoline crew ready to push the car off. Now Bonnet back in gear, down and away.
Well, Jerry, I think, you know, that can be good strategy. I said it might not win the race for him, but who knows what might happen. But it certainly will pick him up a lot of positions out on the racetrack, because everybody else that he was running behind before they made their pit stops did take on at least 2 tires. Some of them took on 4 tires.
Very good point. So Bonnet makes a very quick pit stop and is certainly in the hunt here as we get down to the final few laps of this race. There's Davey Allison's crippled car moving slowly as the faster cars pass him. Terry Labonte is in second now. Third is a battle between Kyle Petty and Neil Bonnet. Kyle Petty takes over third. Bonnet is back to fourth.
And the yellow flag is out right now. It'll be a full course yellow flag at the start finish line.
Well, this is going to bunch up the field and make for some great racing here in the last few laps. The yellow comes out on lap number 82, so we're 13 laps from the finish. And this is going to build the drama toward the end, as we've got about 6 or 7 cars that could very well walk off with the last win here at Riverside. We are yellow because Ernie Irvin's car, number 2, has stalled on the backstretch, and the track officials are going to have to come and get that car off the racetrack before we go green again. So here comes Terry Labonte, Kyle Petty, Neil Bonnet, Dale Earnhardt, and several others into pit road as the yellow flies over Riverside. We'll be right back. Riverside, 1963, and the third Winston Cup race here. 1960 Winston Cup champ Rex White found the track tough, and so did Don Knowles. And Bob Bondurant with the race's fastest qualifier, Paul Goldsmith. Marvin Panch and Lorenzen battled throughout the event. Richard Petty was here in his 5th year of driving. Panch finally passed Wed Lorenzen for the lead. Meanwhile, Darrell Derringer was moving up quickly in the 16 Mercury. There were no radios in those days. The crew called you in with a pit board and white rag. Darrell moved on to pit road. And so did Fireball Roberts in another Holman Moody Ford. Darrell got out quickly and assumed command of the race. And then when Fireball Roberts spun, Darrell Derringer had his first and only win at Riverside International. Well, Rusty Wallace looks for his second win here at Riverside International Raceway, and we're going to try to contact Rusty here by radio to see how things are going. Rusty, this is Bob Jenkins. You got a copy on us?
Score off-road world champion.
Well, we hear the public address announcer, but we do not hear Rusty Wallace. We do have radio communication with him, but Rusty, this is Bob Jenkins at ESPN. You got a copy on us?
Yeah, Bob, I do. Go ahead.
Rusty, you didn't make a pit stop. Everything to your suiting. Can you win this race?
Well, I can't hardly gamble on making a pit stop. If we do that, we'll be in the back of the line, and that won't win the race. It all depends how Rudd's running. We'll see what happens. I think I can win it. I've been pretty strong all day long. We'll see what happens.
Do your tires feel okay, Rusty?
Not as good as I like, but they're pretty good.
Best of luck. We'll be watching you.
Well, I'm sure he hated to see this caution come out, Bob, because he had a big lead after Neil Bonnet had come into the pits. Even though Neil just took on fuel at that time, Rusty had a big lead, and he hated to see this caution come out. But NASCAR had no choice but to throw the caution because the car was stalled, and that car being Ernie Irvin, one of the rookie drivers in the race.